All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, so be giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak which to give all praise to the Heavenly Father in the name of the Son, the Word, ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. I also want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, rule well, teaching us his truth, as well as say shalom to the hopeful elect, or the Akim, putting his word in truth and sincerity. And I'm Lord willing to be an edifying lesson. All right, I'm going to do a spirit, I'll probably entitle this, faith is our greatest weapon. Okay, and the times we're coming into very soon, the devil's going to come down having great wrath. All right, because it has but a short time, pursuing Revelation 12 and 12. The Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, who they're speaking about, because, we get the word devil, man, this goes to diablos in the Latin, man, all right, which means deceiver, and that's exactly who this man is, right? It tells you earlier in that chapter, in I believe 10th verse, that, he's the false accuser of our brother, man. That's what he does, man. He deceives people, all right, he tries to, paint things to be one way when it's another way, all right, so to speak, it's just nothing but confusion, man, all right, in this city, Babylon the Great, man. All right, which is primarily where he's ruling out of, okay? And you go to the root word of Babylon, it goes back to Babel, it goes back to the word Babal, means confusion, okay? That's exactly what we're suffering right now, all right? Just in a land, it's nothing but just madness and confusion, man. And how are we going to get out of that, man? How are we going to get out of this state, man? It's through believing in a higher power, man, through divine intervention, all right? Our faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is the only way that we're going to be able to escape this case, man. First, foremost, starting with the elect, the nation of Israel, there's 144,000 men who return back and follow the land, whither so he goes. Okay, because we understand that's when we need to get the victory, okay? It's not going to come by the means of getting weapons and getting our own arms and trying to pick up Esau's blessing, which is the sword, all right? What's the modern day sword, man? The modern day sword is a gun. So that's his blessing. That's what Esau is thriving with, all right? That's how he's been able to take peace from the entire earth, man, all right? Revelation 6 and 4, right? Yeah, that's exactly how he's managed to do. That's why he has all this power, man, through his military might, all right? But see, we're building, the Lord's building up a spiritual arm, okay? He's building up the house of David, all right? The governing body is going to rule in the kingdom of heaven, all right? Those who will be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, okay? And that comes to what? Faith first and foremost. Because it's a spiritual battle, all right? Let me start with this Hebrews 11. This is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? So substance of faith, things hoped for, is the substance of things hoped for, man. All right, we're hoping for the kingdom of heaven. We're hoping for salvation. All right, we're hoping to be set above our enemies and use them as our footstools, man. All right, we're hoping for Yahweh Shai first and foremost to get his glory, man. Come back with those angels and the chariots, man. That's what we're looking forward to. This place being destroyed and all these wicked people within it being burnt up. All right, all the heathen nations as well as 2/3 of our own people, man. Because that's what's written. All right, we understand that 2/3 people are going to be cut off and they'll come back perfect in the kingdom. The Lawrenceville and elect man, but they have to, it's written, so it must come to pass. All right, none of these are gonna go out void. Okay, so as long as it's written, man, it has to happen. So that's what we hasten and that's what we look forward to, because we understand that the sooner that happens, man, the sooner we can get the kingdom of heaven. All right, and the evidence of things not seen, man, right? The evidence of things not seen, man, the things we have not seen yet, right? We have to fully have faith and believe that miracles are going to be happening. Brothers begin spiritual power, all right? Perform all types of miracles as is written. All right, we have to believe that these things are going to be happening, man, or else, we'll be through. We'll complete, we'll be just like the rest of these people, man. What sets us apart, man? You go to the word, what makes us holy, okay? Because you go to the word holy, it goes to the Hebrew word kodash, which means set apart. What's going to set us apart from the rest of these people, man? The rest of these wicked people in the world, man, what makes us different? It's the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. It's the Holy Spirit, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, okay? These are things that are going to keep us stable, all right? Scripture tell you, Isaiah 33 and 6, man, one of the best priests to continue to go to, especially in times to come. Wisdom and knowledge shall be a stability at that time and strength of salvation. All right, so that's why we understand that it's very important that we hold fast to that, and we actually believe that we will get delivered at this time. That we aren't struggling with those. Brothers always get those doubt demons, and you be low in the spirit some days, and you're higher others. But it's important to keep the kingdom of heaven in mind, man. Continuously meditate upon these things, man. Have that positive outlook, that positive mindset. All right, to understand that, man. Ultimately, if the Lord wants to say He's going to save you, if not, then He's not going to save you, man. You can't stress about these things. You can't let these things continue to consume you and plague your mind, okay? Just have faith that, it's going to happen, man. The Lord's will be done, ultimately. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6, and it says, but without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is, and that He is rewarded and that diligently seek Him. He's a rewarder of him that diligently seek Him. So that's how you know that you'll be saved, man. Scripture tell you in Colossians 3rd chapter, and I believe that's the 12th verse, to put on the elect, all right? So you're supposed to be doing the things that the elect will be doing, man. So if you look at the scriptures and you read what the elect be doing in these last days, and you're applying those things, all right, then, you know, you're what? You're making it by a living sacrifice. You're going to the highways, headed to the chief place of concourse, prophesying the downfall and destruction of this place, man. Exalting the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of the ability, okay? Rehearsing the righteous acts. If you're doing these things, man, and you're keeping the commandments, then so what you know, what do you have to fear, man? All right, you have to give them diligence doing this work, okay? Pushing this word and truth and sincerity. What would you have to worry, man? In that case, you're doing what you're diligently seeking Him. And the Lord's going to reward you for that, man. So have faith that you're going to get delivered out of these times to come, okay? What else I'm going to grab? Oh, yeah, I wanted to, the top of the lesson, this not being, our weapons for our warfare, not being carnal, all right? Because ultimately, we're not going to get out of this by any other way without our faith, man. Only our faith is going to get us delivered from this impending destruction that's coming to this place, all right? This 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4, and it says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down the strongholds," man. Right, man, pulling down the strongholds, man, all right? That's how we're going to overcome our enemy, man. That's how we're going to overcome all these nations. All right, first and foremost, Esau, Edom, are the self-proclaimed white man. All right, that's the first and foremost who we're looking for to overthrow him, man, or to put in subjection. All right, so his wicked ways can no longer go forth throughout the earth, man, because he's the main problem. He's the chief. He's our chief adversary, man. All right, he's enemy number one to the nation of Israel, man. All right, it's been the way since the womb, man. Since Jacob and Esau in Rebecca's womb, man. It's always been that enmity. It's always been war between the two. Okay. So ultimately, it's gonna continue. It's continued on perpetually, man. It's gonna be made manifest that Jacob was a chosen man, and Esau ultimately allotted for death, man. All right, after that 1,000-year captivity, in the kingdom, he's gonna be ultimately done away with, man, and cease to exist because his purpose has been fulfilled, man. All right, our purpose is to be a monument of Heavenly Father on earth, man. Representation. All right, He made us in His image, and our way is His way. Okay, so when we're in power, His way is gonna go forward. Ultimately, everything will be in a complete, perfect harmony. All right, everything would be flourishing. The earth would be, fruitful. Everything would be, everything would be in the best case. All right, because the righteous will be in authority. What else I want to grab? Let me get that Ecclesiastes. Ephesians, this is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12, and it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places," man, right? So this is great in just the flesh, man. This ain't just about the war of flesh. Don't get me wrong. Once Lord willing, we're those men, we get beaten up to those chariots, man. Even beforehand, during the time of Jacob's trouble, okay. In that time, if we're Lord willing, with those men, man, certain brothers get that spiritual power, all right? Then it'll become a physical thing in that sense. But ultimately, right now, we're not getting guns, or we're not getting different, we're not storing up a bunch of canned goods and, getting bunkers and all this madness. These people are engulfed, and that's not gonna save you, man. The Lord wants to kill you, He's gonna kill you. All right, you're marked for death. You're marked for death. All right. What's the greatest way to get marked for death, man? Is taking that charagma, right? spoken about in Revelation 13 and 16, that mark that no man may buy or sell unless he have it, okay? Which is that, that CHIP they're going to put under your right hand or your forehead or anywhere in your body, man. Anywhere they try to put that, you're not to take that, man. All right, that is the mark of the beast, and that will completely cut you off from the Heavenly Father, man. All you Israelites, man, that is not for you to take. All right, if you want that salvation, you want to get saved from this current state, okay? And this is what we're doing, man. We're not just fighting against Esau and his sword and his weapons, man. We're doing all types of demons, okay? Different all types of evil, demonic spirits out here. All right, this is a heavy thing, man. This is not light, okay? Especially when you come to this truth, man. The longer you go, man, the deeper you get into it, you understand how deep the rabbit hole really goes, so to speak, okay? This is really a spiritual war, man. This is spiritual warfare that we're in right now, okay? This is not just a matter of, the flesh, as we just read. All right, so it's very important to understand that the greatest thing to combat that is to have that faith. All right, is to have that is to hold fast and really have faith in that name. How about Shem Yahushua, man? That's gonna deliver you from anything, man. Anything the devil tries to put onto you, anything the devil tries to combat you with, man. Ultimately, man, your faith in the Lord will keep you stable, man. It's gonna keep you in your right mind. It's gonna keep you able to endure. All right, to the end. Lord willing, we be those men. So I don't want to make that too long. I just want to speak on that real quick, man. Faith being our greatest weapon, man. Again, we're coming to some perilous times, man. Starting with the Apostle Eldridge Grant Milson. They've been bringing this out for decades, man. We're finally here, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Lord willing, we're those hopeful elect, Lord willing, we're those elect men. All right, we get the victory, man. We be set up in the kingdom of heaven. Finally get our glory, man. Finally get our honor. No longer be subject to the wicked ways of this world and this devil, man. All these ways of the serpent, to our people, to our women, everyone continues to follow, man. And righteousness will have to be going forth. So with that, I pray to edify. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.